What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how you take a job spec from a client. And if you don't know what a job spec is, then I suggest that you head over and watch the video here, there, or somewhere in my videos where I've uploaded telling you exactly what a job spec is. But in this video, we're going to assume that you already know what job spec is, and you've just found a lead, right? So you've just found a lead. What do you do now? So you found the lead. What do you actually do? Now, most people, and if this is you, keep listening closely. Most people will ask their client, send me the job description. You will say to your client, send me the job description of what you're looking for or who you're looking for. The same people, I would say, would also just go to the website and see the job description and think that this is what my client is looking for. And if that's you, if that sounds like you, if you are someone who asks your clients for a job description in order for you to find the right candidates, or you go to the website and you see a job description online, or maybe you see the job description that's on LinkedIn. Pardon me, I've got a bit of a cold. If you're that person that does that and thinks that this is going to tell me how to find a candidate that's going to make me money, then more likely than not, you are either not making much money or you're leaving so much money on the table because you're not going to be able to find the right candidate. And when I speak to clients, when I first started, I used to wonder, what is it that these other recruitment agencies can't do that I can do? Because I would speak to so many clients, and most of my business is based and predicated upon going to clients that have already tried to recruit. They've been recruiting for a few months unsuccessfully, and that's where I come in. And I come in and I save the day and I charge more, but they're happy because they've got their day saved, right? And I'm happy because I got paid. And I used to just wonder, why do they work with 3, 4, 5 other agencies and they couldn't fulfill this role? And really, it comes down to the job spec. And I was taught that the deal is done at the job spec, and it's so true. If anybody has run a successful business that yourself has, or anybody that most people will tell you that the deal is done when you buy the product, right? You make money when you buy the product rather than when you sell it, right? It's a strange concept, but if you've run a business, then you understand. And what it really means is, say for example, you're buying products, you want to buy the products at the best price so that you can then give the best price comparative to the rest of the market and then take that demand, right? But if you're buying high, then you're going to have to sell high, and then you're not competitive, or you have to sell lower and then your margins are much lower and then your business grows slower, right? So that's why when you do things right at the very beginning of the process in whatever business that you're running, that is what sets you up to make real money at the end. And the job spec is the best. This is where the deal is done. And so for most of you, you're losing the deal at the point that you're asking for a job description. Now, why is that? So the reason is because the job description is a wish list. The job description is the person that they want to have working in their company, but they only expect that person to have all of those skill sets after a couple of years. So here's a little mindset shift for you that you can take away from this video, which is whatever the job description is that you see from your client, that your client sends to you, that's not who they want to bring through their doors. That's the person that they want leaving their doors in X number of years. Once this person has spent 5, 10, 15, 20 years, whatever it might be, they want that person to be leaving the doors. And so they want someone who's capable of becoming that person. And yes, the work will be there, but they want someone who can have, and this is the key word here, they want people who have those transferable skills, right? So your clients might not say this to you, and this is a word that I use a lot when I'm speaking to clients, when I'm selling in candidates to them that don't have the exact skill sets they're looking for. I say, well, look, they've got these transferable skills. Right, so what does all of this mean? This means that when you speak to your client on the phone, and this is what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to actually pick up the phone and speak to your clients. If you want to make any money in this world, you're going to have to talk to people, right? And if you're a recruiter, you must pick up the phone. You need to get away from this whole notion that you can just sit behind a desk and or sit on whatever, just sit there and just type emails and just do everything over via email. If you do that, will you make money? Maybe. If you follow my process and you do that, you will make money. But I'm talking about making real money, and making real money on a consistent basis, and building long-term relationships with these businesses so that you don't need to have these phone calls all the time. And when you do have the phone calls, they're much more pleasant than these cold, quote unquote, cold calls. But look, if you're speaking to a client, what you need to do is you need to ask them what they're actually looking for. They might even say to you, I've written a job description, and they would have done. They would have written a long job description, and you can even say to them, look, that's all fine, but job descriptions are mainly a wish list. What are the main skills that you need to see on a candidate CV in order for you to bring them in for an interview?